Welcome back to the Crypto's Key conversation. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a couple different tweet threads here with Johnny Deet and Stefan Huber, kind of covering a little bit of everything when it comes to the SEC overregulation by enforcement, Ripple versus SC stuff, and just stuff that's going on in the community. We're also going to be taking a look at Ryan Selkis's opinion here and kind of how he views what's going on with the SEC charges on Nvidia. So Cointelegraph also covers a story here where they had to pay $5.5 million as part of the SEC case concerning inadequate disclosures. So more SEC kind of just overstepping here. So the update from the Axie Infinity hack, this is from Cointelegraph as well, says crypto mixers sanctioned by U.S. Treasury for role in Axie Infinity hack. So there's some updates in that regard. And we covered the Axie Infinity hack when it had happened, the date it had happened on our previous video. So here's just some updates. And speaking of Axie Infinity hack, they're talking about DeFi protocols lost 1.6 billion in 2022. So kind of comparing it to previous months and years. Obviously, Axie Infinity, the Axie Infinity hack, the Ronin hack or whatever, is a large contributor to this number here. And right here it says, amid crypto hype, Google's cloud unit creates a Web3 team. And then that's kind of how we're going to end the video here. So quickly coming in here to CoinGecko, we're currently sitting at a $1.75 trillion market cap, currently down 0.8%. So obviously, been paying attention to the markets, especially if, following this channel, we've been having a lot of market volatility in regards of, a lot of downside, especially with, just the uncertainty in the market. So we come over here to the Bitcoin Fear Green Index. We're back in this extreme fear range where we've been literally living in for the past 6 months now. Yes, we were ranging out, in the fear range and neutral range, but this has kind of been our home, and I'm going to keep saying that until it's not. So obviously there's still a lot of market uncertainty. Bitcoin's sitting at 36,073. So if we come in here, just quickly take a look at the chart right here, just a 24-hour period. It's kind of all over the place. But if we come to the 7-day, you can kind of get a better visual. And obviously, we had a spike when it came to the Jerome, the FOMC meeting when Jerome Powell and the Fed, when they, took the more, I guess it was seen as a devil's approach when they took it 50 basis point, 0.5%. So we had a little spike, but now as recently, we've had a huge market dump. So coming back over here, we can just kind of take a look at the top 10 here. And as you can see, you can kind of come in here and take a look. Obviously, Ethereum sitting at 2,703, XRP sitting at 60 cents, and so on. You can kind of take a look at the gainers there. Now we're going to move on to the topics of it because this is Johnny Deaton. It says he's referring to Stefan Huber's tweet here, where Stefan Huber says, "Try not to laugh." And this is New York Post of May 6, 2022. It says SEC official who missed Madoff now in top spots at major law firms. So in the community, if you've been following the Ripple versus SC case and just all the the Ethereum free pass stuff, all parties involved, this whole ETH scandal, we've been kind of tying in how all these players are, a part of these major law firms or, the EEA and so on. So Johnny Dean says it has nothing to do with competency and everything to do with connections. People can take shots at Joseph Lubin, but it was damn smart to hire Clayton's partners from Sullivan and Cromwell. Why do you think him and Email Lubin set up the first meeting on December 13, 2017? I mean, I agree with Johnny Dean, but it's still, it doesn't change that, it's just the corruption, conflicts of interest, and shadiness behind it. And I don't think that's not what he's saying. He just pretty much saying to push your narrative and push that agenda you're trying to push, that was a smart move. He goes, Lubin made an S&C partner, deputy GC, and co-director of the Brooklyn Project. He hired other lawyers from S&C representative Consensus, and brokered the JP Morgan Consensus quorum deal with the JP Morgan coin. The XRP killer coin. That's what they're saying. That's like the competitor. How did they get such access to the SEC? Clayton directed him into Email Lubin and Consensus, and the rest is history. Does it effing stink? Of course it does. Want to get sick? Think of this. What if Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, Joel Katz, and Stuart Alderati would have hired Sullivan and Cromwell when Clayton was appointed chairman? Interesting. Moving on here, he's referring to Stefan Huber's post here with this. This is the Yahoo Finance, or this was the platform Bill Hinman gave his Ethereum free pass speech on. So take a look at this. We're gonna take a look real quick and then refer to Johnny Deaton stuff.
Chart, by the way, of Ethereum. Let's see if we can pop it up there. This is what I'm talking about. So you can see over there, that was after the comments by the SEC. So interesting market action there, right? Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nascent
This is
market.
why insider trading is against the law, people. Okay? Right here, okay?
News like this moves the market.
Right? So, and I think we have
He said, "Whoa, let me come over here." Yeah, I mean, they knew exactly what was going on. And then Stefan Huber says, "Probably nothing." So we come back here. Johnny Deaton says, "Wow, do you hear what he said? Quote: This is why insider trading is unlawful. Why would he say that related to him in speech?" And notice the comment, news coming from the SEC. He didn't say news coming from Hinman. And that's what I was really kind of keying in. Even before because I saw Stefan Huber's post, but even before I saw Johnny Dean, so I was like, news coming from SEC, like, isn't his personal opinion? He didn't say it's coming from Hinman. Hinman and others knew how powerful the free pass was. Absolutely. I want to take a listen into that one more time because I kind of messed up the audio. So let's take a listen in. Hold up.
intraday chart, by the way, of Ethereum. Let's see if we can pop it up. There, this is what I'm talking about. So you can see over there, that was after the comments by the SEC. So interesting market action there, right? Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nascent
This
market.
is why insider trading is against the law, people. Okay? Right here, okay?
News like this moves markets.
Right? So, and
News like this moved markets. He said, "Whoa." Yep, shady stuff. So coming over here, Johnny Deaton's responding to the representative Bill, what is it, how do you say, Huizinga? It says, "Why are Democrats protecting Gary Gensler and the SEC? American investors deserve answers from the people tasked with overseeing our capital markets. Congress should fulfill its constitutional role to conduct oversight." Read my letter below. So you can kind of come in here and pause the video and kind of take a look through this. But Johnny Deaton has a great point on this. He says, "This is what we need, but we need more than 2 representatives to ask for. Each commissioner should testify before Congress. I have a few questions I'd like to submit." And then, long story short, this is kind of what we need. We need Congress to really step up, bring Gary Gensler and them, have a seat and literally put him, under the fire and have him answer some questions and open an investigation in all this shady stuff. It's absolutely, it's way overdue, man. And it's crazy because even with, Johnny Deaton and class action lawsuit with over 67,000, people suing the SEC, on behalf of their investments in XRP or in Ripple or whatever the case is. And it's just like, those voices aren't really being heard. It's crazy. Moving on here. So another one from Stefan Huber. So Stefan Huber says, "Despite ICO, Ethereum is not a security. It is sufficiently decentralized." Bill Hinman, Simpson Thatcher, EEA. That was a quote. It says, quote, "The goal of Hinman's speech, which covered my memo pretty well, was to get Bitcoin and Ethereum out from securities laws." Lowell Ness, Perkins Coie, EEA. And that was November 2018. So he's talking about Perkins Coie joins the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance Legal Industry Working Group. So coming over here, Johnny Deaton says, "Free pass snapshot. Perkins Coie, the free pass speech, while Perkins Coie was a member of EEA. Hinman was a current profit sharing partner at STB when he gave the speech, and STB is a member of EEA. Clayton's firm S&C represented Lubin and Consensus, Deputy GC also from S&C. Hashtag conflicts." Absolutely. There needs to be an investigation open. We all know that. An investigation needs to happen. This is absolutely crazy. This is happening in America, which is crazy. Right here, this is from Ryan Selka. So this is off of the, says SCE charges NVIDIA Corporation with inadequate disclosures about impact of crypto mining. Ryan Selka says, "I might start an anon newsletter called The Daily Extortion or something about the SEC's anti-crypto obsession." Another 5.5 million highs designed to chill institutional adoption versus actual deter fraud. So coming over here, Cointelegraph covers it as well. Says, quote, "All issuers, including those that pursue opportunities involving emerging technology, must ensure that their disclosures are timely, complete, and accurate." So coming down here, it says, so NVIDIA, the company behind graphics cards used by crypto miners, in regards to inadequate disclosure. So obviously they've been under the scrutiny of the SEC and have to fork up 5.5 million as a settlement. Crazy thing is, like, the SEC, we've been saying it on this channel, a lot of the community members, especially the ones that have certain reservations against XRP and Ripple, they're thinking, oh, my project's not under the scrutiny of the SEC, screw that crap coin and pretty much screw that community. We're all good. But it's like we've been kind of screaming off the rooftops and the mountains like, hey, they're coming after everybody. You think that they're just going to come after Library and XRP and Ripple holders, and do you think it was just going to end there? No, they're just literally trying to strengthen their position so they can further, dominate and pollute the crypto market, and it's happening. They've already came out with their task force. Gary Gensler's doubling his task force in this regard. They're coming after exchanges, platforms, lending platforms, DeFi. I don't know how the heck they're going to do that, but it's happening. It's absolutely crazy. Right here, crypto mixer sanctioned by U.S. Treasury for role in Axie Infinity hack. The crypto mixer is said to have processed 20.5 million out of the 620 million taken by North Korean Lazarus Group hackers. So there's a quote down here that says, today, for the first time ever, Treasury is sanctioning a virtual currency mixer. We are taking action against illicit financial activity by the DPRK and will not allow state-sponsored thievery and its money laundering enablers to go unanswered. So they're kind of trying to take approach to this whole Ronin hack that happened of the 620 million on this Axie Infinity hack. So tying into that, this from Cointelegraph as well says, finance redefined, DeFi protocols lost 1.6 billion. So it says, this week in DeFi saw European lawmakers write a new chapter on DeFi. Virginia County plans to put its pension fund in a DeFi yield. DeFi protocols lost 1.6 billion to exploits and more. So coming down here, where's it at? Right here. It says more than 1.6 billion exploited for DeFi so far in 2022. So if we look at this, it says DeFi space has been rifled with hacks, exploits, and scams so far this year, with over 1.6 billion in crypto stolen from users, surpassing the total amount stolen in 2020 and 2021 combined, which is absolutely crazy. Analysis, well, I mean, there's a lot of money actually, flowing around there as well. A lot of capital and a lot of obviously, weaknesses within these protocols and these projects. So analysis from blockchain security firm Certec revealed the statistics on Monday showing the month of March having the most value stolen at 719.2 million, over 200 million more than what was stolen in all of 2020. The March figure is largely due to the Ronin bridge exploit, where attackers made off with over 600 million worth of crypto. So they're talking about the Axie Infinity hack. So this is just more fuel and more reasons why, governing bodies like, Gary Gensler and the SEC are trying to come after these platforms. This just gives them more fuel for their narrative of like, oh, we need to put these, platforms and all this stuff under investor protection and make sure they're compliant, yada, yada, yada. But this is just strengthening their stuff. It's kind of like that whole narrative where they talk about, oh, crypto is for, fraudulent things and, criminals use, Bitcoin and crypto to alleviate laws. It's like, okay, who are you kidding? We all know that this is all public stuff. You can look at, public ledger and see what's going on. Like, why would they do that? But it fits their narrative and their agendas that they're trying to push, trying to suppress and overregulate the space because, we need to protect investors. But it's like, really? Moving on, this is from Cointelegraph as well. It says, amid crypto hype, Google's cloud unit creates Web3 team. The decentralized space continues its expansion, and major brands are adopting Web3 tools, including Google's cloud unit. So coming down here, where's it at right here? I like this part of it right here. So obviously, when it comes to Web3, it's, a big buzzword and metaverse and all that stuff. You got a lot of major companies, major corporations jumping in, trying to get their foothold into the industry. So quote here says, we're not trying to be a part of the cryptocurrency wave directly. We're providing technologies for companies to use and take advantage of distributed nature of Web3 in their current businesses and enterprises. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go. So Google's not only the big tech giant to set its sights on the future of decentralized infrastructure. Major industry players such as Meta and Amazon have also begun their entrance into the space with metaverse involvement and NFT interest. Because obviously that's been like the big wave is NFT, metaverse, Web3. That's kind of been the talk. So obviously they're going to try to, position themselves to be successful. It's about profit. It's about money. It's about being relevant. And that they all know that. They see the writing on the wall. But with all that being said, that's kind of what's going on in the market. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Check out, follow us on Crypto is Key 1 on Twitter, so you can kind of get updated on kind of what we talk about and what we cover in our upcoming videos. But with all that being said, stay strong out there. Be safe.